Did you know over 800 million people in the developed countries won't get enough sleep this week? Are you one of them? It's time to end that nonsense. Hit it. Hit it. Yeah. Mm. Little arms still jacked up. It gives me powers. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat frustration and fitness fakes. I'm your host, master trainer and author, Tony Arreola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. Coming at you every Monday night at 6 p.m. on Facebook Live. We're in April. April. We're coming out of this pandemic. If you haven't seen the news or you haven't been on site, pandemic's over. I think it's over. I hope it's over. Fingers crossed. We don't know for sure, but and with that said, I couldn't sleep because I was super excited about this pandemic being over, and it got me thinking. You know what happens when when you're a little kid and you find out you're going to Disneyland? I think Disneyland's almost open, but once Disneyland's open, then the pandemic is officially over. But you get excited the night before. You just have this nervous, endless energy, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Disneyland in the morning. Go to Disneyland in the morning." And you can't sleep, and you find yourself like just tossing and turning, or just laying there, ever wondering if you're gonna fall asleep or stay asleep, and you get like mad. That's what we're gonna talk about on today's show. Hola, Diana. Thanks for jumping on. Hello. If you're on, say hello. Say hello. Dan. Oh, Dan, look, we got the same hat. Diana, it's one of the fortunate ones to get the Fitness Avengers hat, the collateral, the merch. So that's awesome, Diana. Thanks for jumping on. Let's see. Today we're going to talk about how sleep works, why sleep matters. We're going to talk about how to master sleep, and I'm going to talk about my favorite sleep hacks to make sure that you get the best quality of sleep. We have our acid trainer with what happens when I can't fall back asleep. That's actually something that we talked about today with one of my clients. Oh, Nicole's on here. Yay. Hola, Nicole. Woo! Nicole, we're excited for our group coaching calls that are going to start happening this week with the online coaching program. So look forward to that. We're going to dive deep into the work. Today's sponsor is Store America, and I don't have a logo for them. It's one of a company that I'm doing a corporate outreach program. So welcome to the 22 online coaching clients that are going to start their Get Me Healthy journey this week. I'm excited to help you guys, excited to help you build habits, and excited to help you get bouncing back after this pandemic. Remember, guys, the pandemic officially ended. It officially ended. I don't know. I haven't looked at the news because it's probably not going to be good. So I'll just put my head in the sand and continue to act like it's over. I'm not a sleeper. I hear this a lot. And a lot of times it's from people who struggle to sleep. And the problem with that is that it's just not true. Everybody, actually, all mammals sleep. And actually, fun fact, humans are the only ones that like deny themselves sleep from their like sleep drive. Most other animals, and they're including my puppy, when they're sleepy, they just close their eyes and go to sleep. So today we're gonna hopefully help combat some of these sleep struggles and figure out exactly how it all works together and how we can benefit to make sure we get the best quality night of sleep. So the first thing we want to talk about is sleep drive and sleep rhythm. So what sleep drive is basically this: when you get up in the morning and you're, if you, depending on how you slept or how you didn't sleep, you have a certain level of sleep drive. And what sleep drive means is like you're kind of like your appetite for going to bed. So in the morning, you kind of wake up, you don't really have that much appetite to go back to bed again. As you go out throughout the day, and let's use an unbroken hand. As you go out throughout the day, that sleep drive kind of increases, the appetite increases. You get tired, maybe worked out, maybe the kids, you got work, all these things, and you start to get tired. And around nighttime, it varies for different people, that sleep drive is at its optimum level. And so what that means is that's when you should go to bed. So when you can get that drive up, that appetite up for sleep, you start feeling like you're going to be kind of craving sleep. That's when you really want to listen to your body and go to sleep. If you ever find yourself that you fight those cravings and you kind of either take a coffee or you push by it, that sleep drive is going to go away and you're going to miss that window. So that's what sleep drive basically is, or basically means. Now the way that you want to make this magic happen is there's this other thing called the circadian rhythm. And for a long time I really didn't understand how this works, but essentially it kind of works like, oh, here we go, using the broken arm again. It works like a sinusoidal wave, right? It's just, this is the rhythm of when your body really feels like it wants to go to bed. So you feel like usually during the week, pretty our social activities like school or work dictate that we go to bed and wake up at the same time. A lot of times we have problems going to bed at the same time, but we do have to wake up at the same time. So what that means is that we start getting this rhythm. Maybe you go to bed at 10 p.m. and you wake up at 6. 10 p.m. wake up at 6. 10 p.m. wake up at 6. So your body starts to kind of fall into this rhythm. And what you'll find is that if you break that rhythm, like meaning like on the weekends you stay up a little bit later and you wake up a little bit later, and then Sunday night you try to get back on track, you have this kind of like this social like sleep hangover. And what that means is that your circadian rhythm is off. And the circadian rhythm has everything to do with producing melatonin for your body, getting restful sleep. And so the circadian rhythm, has to line up with your sleep drive. So you get, big sleep drive, you hit your circadian rhythm. And when those two things kind of hit together in an optimum spot, then it's really easy to fall asleep. And so I just told you a lot, right? There's a lot of like things going on. And basically what that all comes down to in a nutshell is that you want to go to sleep generally around the same time every night. And you generally want to wake up around the same time, even on the weekends. And I know that sucks and people don't like it. And boo, when I used to have my booing fans, I got rid of the booing fans. It's too hurtful. But you have to have a consistent sleep time, even on weekends. And you do that and you're going to feel just so much better. You're going to be able to extract the maximum value of sleep. But it begins with it's like a sleep routine, and we'll talk about how all that works. So let's talk about why sleep matters. So we got a cool little video. Yeah, video time. Here we go. All right. I like that guy. He's pretty cool.
Ever wonder why some people suffer from no energy? Why some people are always sick? Or why some look terribly old?
And this quarter we are looking for more growth. Excuse me, Sleepy. Are you bored?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't seem to shake this cold.
What's with you? You're always sick.
I think she got the LOE.
All I hear is excuses from you. Let's hope it's not L-O-E.
1001, 1002, 1003. Hey, what's up, Buttercup?
What's going on?
I think you're suffering from LOE.
Everyone keeps saying that. I'm tired of it. What the hell is LOE?
Are you sick all the time?
Yes.
Are you tired a lot?
Yes.
Are you tired of looking so old?
Hey, watch it. I don't look that old.
Yeah, you do. You look old and look at you. You're so tiny. It's definitely LOE. But don't worry, I can help. I have an idea. Let's show you what life can be without LOE.
Wait, who is that? Why am I presenting?
That's you. This would be your life if you didn't suffer from LOE.
Stop. Please stop. Can you please help me get rid of LOE? Or is it too late?
I thought you'd never ask. Let's go. L is for lack, O is for of, and E is for energy. I'm afraid you're suffering from a classic case of lack of energy.
I'm afraid I am. I'm always sick and tired. What can I do? Can you help me?
First off, you need to stop crying. This is your own doing. Second, you need to get enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep impairs memory and thought patterns. Anything less than 5 hours, you're basically operating at a 0.1 blood alcohol level. You're legally drunk without the fun. Sleep works in 90-minute cycles. The first two lighter stages are where you start falling asleep. The more meaningful, deeper stages are called NREM and REM. REM is where you dream. In this stage, your mind learns new thought patterns. NREM is where your body does all of its healing, regeneration, and building the immune system, where you stay young. Sleep keeps you young, healthy, and smart. In fact, I'm actually 89 years old. Okay, I'm kidding. Maybe. The new energy from the added sleep will give you new ideas, keep you young, and keep you healthy. And your life will be incredible.
Yeah, let's sleep your way to the top. All right. Thanks to our voice talent friend, host of Forensic Tales, Miss Courtney, my fiance. If you're watching live, make sure you hit those likes, hit those loves, hit those emojis. If you're watching on the replay, hit those likes, hit those hearts, all that time. Emoji party time. Da-da-da, da-da-da. All right. So now we know why sleep is important. You're like, that's great, team. I know it's important. Like, people I hear about it all the time. How do I do it? Okay. The first thing is you want to think about going back into like our prehistoric times. All right. Not when we were running away from dinosaurs, but more when we were running away from lions. And think about building like your sleep sanctuary, like a cave. And in the cave is dark. The cave should be really quiet. There's no electronics there, meaning you check out like the TV doesn't come on. You check out your electronics. You charge them somewhere else. There's no like digital clocks, so they don't emit those LED lights in your face, because all that stuff wakes you up. So you want to make your environment right. Get 1,000 thread pillows. Get nice pillows. Get lavender scent in there. If you got a noise machine, just build like this beautiful place where you really want to go to bed. And the bed is only for sleep and for romance. It's basically, it's not for watching TV and all that other stuff, because you really want to look forward to going to sleep. The next thing is you want to create these a nighttime ritual, and a nighttime ritual is really going to set you up for success, right? Because we know probably the most valuable time for you is in the morning. So the only time you can get like feel good in the morning is if you go to bed at night and you get a good amount of really quality sleep. And the only reason that can happen is if you have a good nighttime ritual ready, like your body knows it's going to get ready to go to bed. So a couple things that you can do to get yourself ready to go to bed is you can take a hot bath, you can do some journaling, you can think about what you're grateful for. Some people like to pray. You can have like a worry journal where you write down your thoughts that are concerning you. Anything that helps you relax. You could turn what I do is I'll turn my phone onto bedtime mode, so it'll change the color of the screen. I'll turn off notifications so I'm not getting pinged. All these different things that get you really ready to go to sleep. And then once you got that routine in, you play around with it, solidify it, and then you build that into like a crucial habit. And now you take that, and that's going to carry on for you, give you a good night's sleep, and you set you up for success in the morning. Now, one way to increase the sleep drive is to get outside. Get outside and get some vitamin D. Get some consistent cardio. 30 minutes of cardio. You really want to get your body like to perform some movement so that it's easier to fall asleep. Because if we want to get tired, we want to get some vitamin D, get some sun, and really work up the appetite or the sleep drive to get you tired and getting you ready to go nice restful sleep. The other thing you can do is nutrition. So avoid like heavy meals, eating too much. You want to avoid, obviously, I mean, water is really good for you, but you want to avoid those liquids, especially if they wake you up at night. You want to have light snacks before you go to bed, and whatever you do, don't wake up and then go eat. I know most people don't do this, but some, I have clients that do get up and go to get a snack. The problem with that is that the first time that you did it your brain developed a link. It said, hey, if we get up in the middle of the night, guess what? We get a snack, which is not good if you're trying to, watch calories and be mindful with your food. So don't feed yourself if you wake up at night. Now, another one is alcohol and caffeine. You really want to limit the amount of caffeine that you have. Probably like not to like, I would say you want 3 or 4 p.m. Anything past that, you're really kind of risking staying awake at night, because what caffeine does is it blocks the receptors for you to get sleepy at night. So you end up feeling like really kind of wired. Alcohol is another one that, although you may pass out, you may not get restful sleep, because we know that alcohol will raise your heart rate. So you might not be able to get into that NREM and that REM sleep, the sleep that is really beneficial for healing, for staying young, for building your immunity. Um, Fun fact with, we're talking about this vaccine and how sleep kind of like works in all this, but they actually found a study where they actually conducted a study where people were sprayed with like the common cold virus, and the people that were sleep deprived, almost all of them caught the cold. The people that had like 8.5 hours of sleep, about only 40% of them caught the cold. So what that means is that getting the right amount of sleep, getting good quality REM and REM sleep actually boosts your immunity. So it makes you healthier, stronger, so you're less likely to get sick. Like that girl in the video, the LOE girl. She's always sick. Now, what's cool is think about like, so say you're a runner, right? And you like running, or you like cycling, or you like, maybe playing the piano. You start to get these tools to help you perform a lot better. Now, what's funny is that people don't get these tools to sleep better. And so, I've been into this sleep thing for a while, and I think it's really opened up a lot of success for my clients, for myself as well, as far as mood, temperament, performance, cognitive ability, physical ability, all these different things that happen from sleep, which are just tremendous. So it really got me curious into what different tools I can use to get better sleep. You can use earplugs, a face mask to make it, make your room even darker. There's even like, I tried these little nose openers to help you breathe. It didn't work for me, but I know for some people it prevents people from snoring. So if snoring is a problem, that might be something that you want to look at. We got like a Tempur-Pedic bed. We got like a memory foam pillow. I got a defibrillator in there so I can get some clean air. I got a lavender scent machine. We got a noise maker to make it like that nice, so it's like a constant flow. And it really is just this like mecca of like, and I'm obviously no electronics in there for myself, not for Courtney, not yet, but maybe she's not watching the show. But we'll get these, electronics, and then we don't, definitely no TV in the room. And so now what we found is that we both are just sleeping so much better, especially when the beginning, when this pandemic hit and we got Kona, sleep was a little bit rough, or a lot of bit rough. So it was time to like double down on the sleep. So if you're having like trouble with sleep, or you want more restful sleep, and I've been fortunate enough, now I'm running these experiments with dreams. We figured out how dreams play in all this, and I found that having dreams and like, I go through my dream acronym and try to remember all my dreams. My dreams are more vivid. They're a lot longer. And what I found is I'm being able to sleep a lot longer. So now I typically wake up once per night. Some nights, or maybe half the nights, I don't wake up at all, which is fantastic. So if you're thinking about how to improve your sleep, you really first have to make a commitment that that sleep is important. It could add years to your life. It keeps you young, helps you heal. This is when the bones are healing, helps you form memories. New learnings are formed in there, and REM sleep. It's just so many benefits. You want to know that, make a commitment. Okay, I'm gonna promise myself to sleep better, and then run little experiments. Remember, like try the lavender, try melatonin, and magnesium. You can add. Try maybe the earplugs. Try the face mask. Try setting a routine, a hard cutoff when your electronics go off. Play all these different with all these different tools until you find the system that works for you. And just because it worked for someone else doesn't mean it will work exactly for you. And if it doesn't work the first time, it doesn't mean you give up either. You keep running these little experiments, until you figure out. It's like a Rubik's cube, until you figure out all the sides that match up. Because I promise you this, that if you master sleep, it's the one thing that can really open up everything else. Thinking ability, physical ability, performance, mood, temperament. You're just going to be a better person, and a stronger, fitter, healthier person, because you're going to make better decisions with nutrition and all that stuff. and it all begins with a good night's sleep. So, and this is a question I had from today, which is what happens if I can't fall back asleep? So this happens, right, where you wake up and you're like, oh, rats, I can't fall back asleep. Now what? Well, there's a couple things that you can do. If you're fortunate enough to be like in a dream, what you can do is try to think about your dream, try to remember your dream and fall back in your dream. The reason that I believe that works is because we want to stay in this kind of like, we don't want to go into the logical part of the brain, that the analytical part. We want to stay in this kind of like creative, kind of surreal, non-flowy part of the brain, because when we start thinking about, oh, I got to do this tomorrow, I got to do X, Y, Z, now you're thinking, now the prefrontal cortex is waking up, and it's going to be more difficult for you to stay asleep or to get back to sleep. If you go into this creative spot where you're thinking about the dream, and a lot, the dreams really don't make sense because the prefrontal cortex actually turns off. And what that means is it's designed to turn off for a reason, to paralyze you, because we don't want to act out our dreams. So the part that controls all your movement is turned off when you're sleeping. So think about the dream that you were in, try to get back into that dream. If that doesn't work, then the next thing you can do is you can think about everything that happened throughout you with that day. And what that does is it starts to activate like your memory and solidifies memory. And then you can go through it and it kind of gets you falling back asleep of, like what happened throughout the day. It's another trick you can do. Another trick that you can do is that you can take a moment to be grateful, because when you're grateful for something, it really calms the body down. So being grateful for what you have, having a roof over your head, like not fighting out on the streets like Hunger Games or this pandemic being over, all the gratitude really is soothing for your mind, and it really can calm you down. So, other people like counting sheep, you can try. So if you can't, or if you find yourself like with these thoughts that are ruminating, like these bad thoughts, negative thoughts, you're worried about tomorrow, different things, you can take out your journal and, write down those evil thoughts, those nasty thoughts. What your journaling does is it helps you process those emotions, and it kind of takes the edge off, so you can go to sleep and get more restful. If after, you can also try meditating, going through, if you have a meditation routine that you run through your mind, you can try that. If after like 20 minutes you feel, and if you don't know, like I don't look at the clock when I wake up, unless I feel really rested, because sleep math has never helped me go back to sleep. I've never been like, oh, I have 2 hours of sleep instantly, or like, oh, that's never helped me. If anything, it sets me back. So I just don't look at it unless I feel really rested. If I feel really rested, I'm like, all right, it's time to go. And sometimes if it's like 3:40, I might, let myself sleep to like 4:15, something like that. Now, if you find yourself stuck and, not being able to go to bed, and you feel yourself getting anxious about it, get out of the bed. Get out of the bed, go do some reading, some journaling, some meditation, listen to like a sleep tape or something that will get you into a sleepy mode. And then once you're sleepy, then you go back to bed. The rationale for that is that you don't want to associate your bed with not being able to fall asleep, with difficulty sleeping. So if you're struggling, just kind of get out of there and then come back. So hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions on the sleep, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Our spotlight today is Connie, and I don't have a really good picture of her, so she's gonna stay a little. So Connie just is rocking and rolling. I've never actually met Connie. She's one of my online coaching clients, and she's down in San Diego. And she's had neck surgery, and we're trying to do a lot, and it's difficult. And instead of throwing her hands up in the air and saying like, oh, this sucks, but she really doubled down on her water, doubled down on the stretches that she could do, double down on the sleep, the vitamins, everything that she can control. And even with the move across the country, she's down 10 pounds. So congrats, Connie. Super proud of you. We wish you had a better picture, but you're little in this picture, which is good, but you're big in my heart. Oh, yay. Go Connie. All right. If you had a chance, go ahead and join our Fitness Avenger group. We're over 175 strong, and join in there, and I will give you tips and tricks. Please like, share, comment. This episode especially because I think a lot of people really struggle with sleep, and I feel it's that one thing that if you can nail this thing down, it really opens you up for everything. On the flip side, if you really struggle with this and it just it makes things like really bad, then it's really hard to combat, because when you don't get a good night's sleep, man, that's a rough day. I remember Kona.
Thank you for watching the Fitness Avenger live show. If you like the show, make sure to like it and share.
Thanks so much,
Please
guys.
join us next week on Facebook Live. This week's show is brought to you by our close friends at Total Body Project. Visit TotalBodyProject.com for more info.
Oh yeah. And I will see you on the skinny sky. Woo! Good night sleep.